Adding fractions. Whenever you add fractions, you must have the same denominator. Okay, sometimes to have the same denominator, you need to multiply the fraction that is on the left side. So, and you multiplied only one fraction. For example, this one. You have to multiply it by 2 to get 4. Okay, that means that I have to also multiply this by 2. Then when you multiply 2 times 3, you get 6, and 2 times 2, you get 4. Okay, then I'm gonna write the plus sign, and then I'm gonna rewrite this other fraction. Okay, and then because they have the same denominator, then you can add the numerator. Nothing will happen to the denominator. So that one is going to be the same. It's going to be 4. But then you're going to be adding 6 plus 4. The answer is going to be 13. And in that case, that would be the answer. Okay. So if we do the next one, so one more time, you can multiply it, or we have to multiply the fraction that is on the left side. So we want to have the same denominator, right? So you always going to be multiplying. So now if this number is 2 to get 6, I have to multiply it by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. But you also going to be multiplying this one by 3. Okay? Now, let's multiply it. 3 times 3, you're going to get 9, divided by 3 times 2, you get 6. Then I'm going to bring the plus sign, I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to rewrite 5 over 6. And now that they have the same denominator, now you can add the numerator. But remember, nothing will happen to the denominator. This one is 6. So we're just going to rewrite it. And then we're going to be adding 9 plus 5. So we're going to get 14. And we can reduce. Okay. On this case, can you see that number 2 goes into both of them? Okay. So that means that I can divide this by 2. I will get 7. And 6 divided by 2, I'm going to get 3. And that's as much as possible that we can actually go dividing or reducing. So in that case, that would be the answer. Okay. Now, on this one, I multiply the left fraction, the fraction that is on the left side. But then on this other one, I'm going to be multiplying the fraction that is on the right side. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need to have the same denominator. So what I need to do is multiply 2 times, and that would be 4 to get 8. That means that I have to multiply this one also times 4. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this down. So I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to write 3 over 8. The plus sign, I'm going to just bring it down. And now I can multiply. Okay. So multiply 5 times 4. We are going to get 20. And then multiply 2 times 4. We're going to get 8. Okay. Now that we have the same denominator, we can add the numerator. So on that case, remember, nothing happened to the denominator. The denominator is 8. So I'm going to just rewrite it. And now I can add 20 plus 3. So I'm going to get 23. And there is nothing we can do to reduce this one or to divide it. So in that case, that would be the answer. Okay. Now, if we do the next one, can you see that we can multiply the one that is on the right side? Okay, so you multiply, in this case, only this fraction. If I want to get 9, then number 3, I can multiply it by 3. 3 times 3, that would be 9, and that's what we want to have. But I also have to multiply this one by 3. Now, we're going to bring this down. I'm going to rewrite 3 over 9 plus. And now we're going to be multiplying 5 times 3. That would be 15. And then 3 times 3, that is going to be 9. Now, can you see that now we have the same denominator? This one is 9, that one is 9. When you add them up, nothing will happen to the denominator. This is going to stay the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rewrite it. Okay? And then the next step, we're just going to be able to add the numerator. 15 plus 3, that is going to be 18. And we should be able to divide. In this case, 18, we can divide it by 9. Okay? So the answer is going to be 2. Okay? The next step. Well, for the next step, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to, I need to add it up and they need to have the same denominator. Can you see that there is no other number that I can multiply 2 with so that I can get 3? And the same thing happened to number 3. I'm not going to be able to find a product with another number so that once I multiply 3 times that number, I will get 2. Whenever that happens, it means that I have to multiply this by each other. So this one, I have to multiply it by 3. So that means I have to also multiply this one by 3. And then this other one, I have to multiply it by 2. Multiply it by 2. So in that way, when you multiply 3 times 2, you get 6. And 3 times 2, you get 6. And that's how you're going to have the same denominator. Well, let's go ahead and start multiplying. 3 times 3, you're going to get 9. And 3 times 2, you get 6. Then the plus sign, I'm going to just bring it down. 5 times 2, that's how you're going to get 10. And then 3 times 2, that's how we're going to get 6. Okay. Now that we have the same denominator, we're just going to bring it over. Nothing will happen to the denominator. It's going to be 6. So then it's going to stay with 6. Okay. And now add it up. 10 plus 9, you're going to get 19. On this case, that's the answer. There is nothing that we can do to divide or reduce. And that means that this is the answer. Okay. Now, for the next one, we have to multiply these two by each other. Okay. So I'm going to be multiplying this one by 4. And this other one, I'm going to multiply it also by 4. This one, I have to multiply it by 3. And then I'm going to do the same thing with number 5, multiply it by 3. Okay. And that way, when you multiply 4 times 3, you get 12. 4 times 3 is going to be 12. So that's how we're going to get the same denominator. And let's go ahead and multiply. 4 times 3, we are going to get 12 divided by 12. Then we have the plus sign. And then 5 times 3, that's how we're going to get 15 divided by 4 times 3, that would be 12. Now, nothing happens to the denominator, so we're just going to rewrite it. So we're going to rewrite 12, and then this one, 15 plus 12, that's how we're going to get 27. If we can reduce, we should be able to go ahead and reduce. Can you see that number 3 goes into both of them, right? So that means that I can divide by 3. If I divide this by 3, I'm going to get 9. If I divide this by 3, I'm going to get 4. And that would be the answer.